I'm gonna log in right on time. Oh, yes, right on time. And like right on time, right? Yes. Greedy. What is this? I don't know what that is. Yeah. Greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations. Where you at, GCPR? There you go. Let's see if we can get. Yeah. I was like, are we going to go live? Are we going live? Yes. Join the join the conversation. Try not to get cussed out, because this is what we do. Ah, testing, testing. Ah, Mitch McConnell. Vance breaks tie. McConnell votes no. Yes. let the let the music play. We won't get away. Just keep the beat and then we'll come back to you again. Let the music play. She won't get away. Yes. Just you were live. I started to come in your live, just a girl, but I was running late and busy, so I was like, oh, she's live. Can't believe it. Haven't seen you live too much. Greetings, salutations, everyone. What's up? What's up? Y'all know what time it is. It's time for conversations with TNathan, and it is now 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, you know where to find me. If anybody ever tells you I'm late, remember, you are watching this podcast pre recorded and don't believe anything anybody tells you, but I was not on time for my own show. Yes, it is that time. I am T Nathan. You're listening to Conversations with T Nathan, and I thank you for tuning in. Greetings, salutations. What's up, GCPR? GCPR, we've been here a while. Everybody else, why y'all so late? Why y'all so late? Yeah, your first live, Jessica. Yeah, yeah. But why y'all so late? Why y'all just getting here? It's 11 after 10. Why y'all just getting here? Yeah, it must be nice. Must be nice. Well, first up, Pete Heston. Pete Hegseth is now officially the Secretary of Defense. Yes, he is. I had to text my brother at the Pentagon and tell him, congratulations on your new boss. Yes, it came down to a historic vote because J.D. Vance cast his first tie-breaking vote and it's the first time they've had a tiebreaker in a confirmation hearing in a while. We'll go back and look it up, but I can't remember. Probably 1989, 1989, if not longer, that they had a tie-breaking vote in a confirmation hearing. Greetings, Umoja. Umoja to the nephew, just joining. Greetings and salutations. How's everybody doing? Um, yeah. So Pete Hes Hegseth. I don't know why I call him Hesbet. Hegseth has been confirmed as Secretary of Defense in a tie-breaking vote, where the tie-breaking vote was cast in his first act as Vice President by J.D. Vance. Mitch McConnell voted against him. Can you believe it? Mitch McConnell. It was a no vote for Mitch McConnell for Pete, and I was like, maybe we will get an interesting 4 years, even though it will be watching, your neighborhood on fire. But it's an interesting fire we're in for. Yes. Um, how late am I? Hey, you're not home yet. That's how late you are. Yeah, you're still at work. Yeah, I can't stand this place. What's up, Chief of Security? What's up, everybody? So, I mean, it is what it is. Today we have roundups going on across the country, and we have black people doing the work of colonizers. Let's talk about it. So, today we watched more um, ICE agents fan out across the country, and listen. Let me explain something. I don't know if you know what a C-130 is, but a C-130 is considered the Hercules. It's a giant. It's a giant aircraft, right? And it costs money to run this aircraft. And yes, ICE agents are using C-130s to deport people. And I want to see this bill. I cannot wait to see this bill for just the use of the C-130s to deport a couple of hundred people at a time. And they're talking about doing millions of these, right? Yeah, I can't wait for you all to see the bill associated with it. Um, yeah, today has been a long day. Yeah, I know, Jay. We'll talk later. But yeah, see you at movie night too. Oh, tonight and bootleg movie night, we will be watching Star Trek Section 31 and Equilibrium. And both these movies have relevance for today. Equilibrium, if you know, as you know, it's a 2003 movie, but man, you could have made it yesterday. Yeah, you could have made it yesterday. So, greetings here too, angry enough to chew nails. Dang, that's dirty work, isn't it, nephew? But I want to speak on the fact that black people doing the work of white supremacy, and let me show you what that looks like. Show you what it looks like because I'm always prepared for the quick showdown because this is some dirty work. This is some dirty work you're about to hear now. And understand, when I talk about black people doing the work of white supremacy, I'm talking about how dare you talk about what immigrants are going through like somehow the people that were colonized and they're just trying to come back to their colonizers' home, and you all have the nerve to say things like this about them and you don't care. The descendants of slaves capping for the colonizers is just rich. It's just rich. Let's take a listen. Oh, let's take a listen. I guess I have to turn on some volume. Hold tight. That somebody who refers to them.
People are asking why is ICE coming to these work sites, and I'm gonna, share with you what you guys told ethnic Black Americans. It's really
Idea that somebody who refers to themselves as Miss Original Black American is what passes for black intellectualism on social media is astounding. You hear and this, Nikki right? Giovanni is somewhere rolling in her grave. People like this have the nerve to say what they're saying in the face of ICE out here rounding up undocumented workers and sweeping up black and brown people in the process, and they're acting like it's not our problem. How are they acting like the sweeping executive orders to implement mass deportations do not impact black immigrants from countries like Haiti, countries that the current administration accused of eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio? And you're holding the actions of people who voted against the actions of people who couldn't vote without taking into account that the Haitian Americans organized behind Kamala Harris, not just in one state, but across the United States.
can't be lazy in America. You gotta work really hard. So if you see the ICE agents coming and they're kind of running towards you, all you have to do is just work a little harder, and they'll just pass you up, and they'll just go to the next person.
Imagine the intersectionality you have to live in to say something as ignorant and stupid as that about those who are just trying to return to the colonized land that was stolen from them by the very people that enslaved your people. Doing the work of white supremacy is dirty work for black people to be doing. See, this is how you know that they're doing the work of white supremacy. Because when you go through their page, there's nothing about the 187,000 Ukrainians that have settled in this country that seem to somehow be exempt from the conversation of deportation. Let that sink in. And in closing, I would like for you to look at this bio and look what she has written. Pause and read. And when you finish, I would like to ask you, when did any of these things include doing the work of white supremacy for white supremacists? Asking for a friend. Asking
This
for a friend.
is Mississippi.
And this is the next video we're going to talk about. Well, we're going to come back to that because we're going to talk about Mississippi reinstituting slavery. All right, we'll come back to that video too. But now I just want to first talk about you black people out here, or you people who happen to be black out here doing the work of white supremacy for them, because you're sitting here holding people accountable for things that they didn't do and saying something like, well, their relatives voted for this, and that somehow justifies this person being treated this way. You sound like a bunch of weak bitches. Just thought I'd to get that in there. Let me make sure. You sound like a bunch of weak bitches, because that is doing the work of white supremacy. You are criticizing the actions of people who were colonized, and you were dragged here by the same people who did the colonizing. And all of a sudden you're saying, well, what happened to the colonized is not my fight. You are doing the work of white supremacy. We are not friends. You are the enemy, and you sound stupid. Yeah. Did I stutter? Did everybody get that? If you're out here capping in any way, shape, or form for the colonizer, you are the enemy. Yeah, I don't care how hurt your feelings are about what happened on November the 5th. If November 5th got you out here capping for the colonizer, you are always a rocket raccoon. You are always a rocket raccoon. Not to mention that Haiti's treaty expires on 2026, right, in February. Trump, right. Exactly. And this is like, it's like the idea that I hear people doing this, and I hear black people talking about, I'm sitting this out, I'm sitting this out, I'm sitting this out. You're sitting out for for the colonizer. Yeah, not fighting is capping for the colonizer. Yeah, because your feelings hurt because somebody. I'm not out here fighting because of what other people do. I'm out here fighting against oppression. It is not. We're not the same. I'm just going to tell you. A lot of these people you all out here putting talking about the big three and all. No, it's just me. No, we're not the same. I'm not out here capping in any way, shape, or form for the colonizer. If the colonizer likes it, I dislike it. I will tear it down. Yes, I dislike it. It is not in our best interest to ever cap or side with the colonizer in any way, shape, or form when it comes to doing the work of white supremacy. And if you're doing that because you hurt feelings, because Kamala Harris didn't win the presidency in a country full of racists, you're a weak ass bitch. Yeah, I told you I'm through holding back. You're weak ass bitches if that is your stance you're taking, and in the face of people that are not or have suffered at the hands of the colonizer, and you are capping for the colonizer, that's dirty work. That's dirty work. And you shown me that you can't be trusted because you were capped for the colonizer. Yep. You what's up? What's up, Mimi? You were capping for the colonizer. Now, if you got a problem with it, like I said in my video, put it on my run up tab. Put it on my run up tab. And next time you see me walking around in downtown Kansas with my 6'4" ass, run up to me and try to straighten your business. Because y'all some weak ass bitches. You're some weak ass, and you're hiding behind this idea that you're doing this is protest work. Yeah. My grandmother got spit on by racists, and she never stopped fighting. As a matter of fact, the one that spit on her, she actually went to jail for because she punched that bitch in the face, right? Yeah. She punched that bitch in the face and she went to jail. But she didn't stop fighting. She didn't stop fighting because of what everybody else was doing. She stood in the face of oppression. I come from a family that stood in the face of oppression, and that's what I would do. And anything else in that, I know y'all, and everyone's like, well, we're tired. I'm sure our ancestors were tired of wearing chains. I'm sure they were tired of wearing chains. But you know what they never got tired of? Trying to run away, trying to get away, trying to change this, trying to protect their children. And this is what gets me when I hear people say they tired. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, what were you doing that caused you to be so tired? You were a part-time activist at best. At best, you're a part-time activist. I hear people talking about, listen, Cynthia lost her son, Ahmad Alberry, and I hear people talking about online, well, this is just too much for me. I have to take a mental health break. This woman was in court every day. This woman was every protest I was at on behalf of her son. She beat us there. She beat us there. She was opening up the protest. Mamie Till, Mamie Till lost her son to racists. I know she was tired. A lot of days she was tired. I know she was standing up making speeches tired. But you know what she did? She kept standing. So when you all tell me you all are tired in the face of the oppression that you face today, and you're not being lynched literally like our ancestors were, you're not having the Klan circle your house while they shooting into it, and you saying, well, we tired. You got, we need a break. You wasn't doing anything in the first place. What are you taking a break from? You cast a vote. You cast a vote. Our ancestors literally had to know jelly beans in jars. They literally had to protest. They literally got beat on bridges for the right to vote. And you thinking you're tired because you what? You went to the polling and you voted for a candidate that lost? The only reason you have the right to vote for that candidate is lost because our ancestors got their heads bust in for you to have that right, and now you're out here tired. I'm sure Coretta Scott King was tired on April 5th, 1968. I'm sure she was tired on September the 20th, 1968. I'm sure she was tired when she picked up the mantle that her husband left there and carried it for the rest of her life. I'm sure she was tired every day. Every day. And you all got the nerve to say you tired. Y'all can't focus on anything long enough to be tired. People be talking about something and your mind on what for dinner. And you talking about you're tired. You tired. What you do? What you do today? Let's compare days. Let's compare days. Let's compare. Let's compare any day of your life to your ancestors' lives when they didn't get tired. They were still fighting. They fought for you not to have to fight for some fights that I believe y'all should be fighting for. Yeah, I'm on one today. I am on one today because I am tired of you all telling me you're tired. I am tired of your inactivity. I am tired of all this whining. And then got the nerve to talk about our ancestors. Y'all not some of y'all not worthy to talk about our ancestors. So I'm going to lunch and I'm going to be doing this. Our ancestors were fighting to sit at lunch counters, and you think it's a protest because you walk into some fancy restaurant and sit down and have some what is it? What is the champagne drink? Mimosas, and you think you're doing a protest while your people are out here being disenfranchised, while you saying I'm not going to do anything and let the airplane I'm on crash. Y'all can't handle breaking a nail, much less an airplane crashing. And you're out here talking about, I don't want to do anything because, it might benefit somebody else. And they can, listen, you sound stupid. You sound like people that saying, I'm not going to raise crop to feed. I'm not going to feed my family because in the process, I'll have to do some work and somebody else's family eat. And I don't like them. So I'm not going to do any work. So you're going to let your family starve because you're so invested in somebody else's family might benefit from you working to feed your family. You sound stupid, but that's how you all sound. Y'all sound like y'all gonna sit back in the back of the plane and sip mimosas while somebody takes the plane over and crashes it into the ground. But you're fine with that. Long as you can sip your mimosas and your protest is to watch your community die. That's what your protest is. That's what your protest is. And then you want me to sign on to this. You want a true revolutionary to say, yeah, that sounds about right. I don't mind we have to readjust and do things a little differently. But if somebody on the plane benefits from us making sure the plane stay up without crashing until we can get our asses off of it, I'm not going to lose any sleep at night about it. I'm not. Oh, you're talking about what immigrant? Well, I don't care. Immigrants, the 14th Amendment, birthright citizenship. They're not trying to get rid of us. They're just trying to get rid of immigrants that were born in this country in accordance with the 14th Amendment. Where do you think that leads to? And yes, a federal judge has stepped in because you Negroes wasn't going to do anything. A federal judge stepped in, one of the judges that Biden appointed, stepped in and said, "Yeah, we're going to put an injunction on this until such time. If y'all want to take it to the Supreme Court, you're going to have to get this passed." And then got the nerve to tell me, well, see, the federal judge stepped in, or got the nerve to tell me that it's not going to go anywhere because the 14th Amendment is precedent. The 14th Amendment, at one time, the prohibition was precedent until it wasn't. At one time, Roe versus Wade was precedent until it wasn't. Do you forget we live in a country that the Supreme Court upheld the Dred Scott decision, saying Dred Scott was still a slave because he wasn't allowed to be a citizen of the country because the 13th Amendment didn't make you a citizen of this country. It didn't. Did you lose your way? Are you okay? First they came for socialists. Yeah, don't night shift. They're not even ready for that. They're not even ready for that because you don't realize you're talking about the people who are not your enemy. Migrants weren't out here telling people to vote for Donald Trump. Whatever you talk about their relatives might have done, but I know enough Rocky Raccoons to understand people that look like you, not liking looking like you, siding with the white supremacy. I understand that. Y'all act like y'all knew. Like y'all don't know any Rocky Raccoons in your life. Y'all acting new. No immigrant was running around here talking about vote for Donald Trump, no matter what their stupid ass relatives were saying. That happened. Their relatives are citizens. I saw people talking about they're not coming from my relatives. Their relatives was like, "What the fuck you talking about? Did you read this? This executive order didn't say just criminals. This said when did you miss the point that black people got swept up in an ICE raid just yesterday? And because they didn't have any ID on them, they get taken and processed and held for 24 hours until they can produce some ID to prove that they're citizens of America. I'm telling you, hablo español. Español most menos evie. Everywhere I go, I'm speaking Spanish today. From now on, everywhere I go in public, I'm speaking Spanish. And I'm leaving my wallet in the car. Yeah, I'm leaving my wallet. I'm going to prove something to y'all. And ICE raids, I'm going to be walking around speaking Spanish. Because they here in Kansas where I'm at. They're here. I'm speaking Spanish because that's how you really protest. That's how you really protest. I'm just tired of you all pretending like you have done so much to be tired for. I'm tired of you thinking that one vote a revolution makes. I'm tired about you all talking about El Haj Malik Shabazz and never reading a goddamn book on him because you didn't listen to his words. You haven't watched the whole speech. You don't know who Fred Hampton is to save your life, but you're tired. I'm sure Marilee Evers was tired when she was holding her husband Medgar Evers' head in her hand as in her lap as he bled out on her for fighting for voting rights for Negroes in Mississippi. I'm sure she was tired too. But she went on to become the CEO and the president of the NAACP along the way to make sure Medgar was not forgotten and his dream was kept alive. I'm sure she was tired. She did all that while also raising children. Sure, she was tired. Newark, North Carolina. I mean, New Jersey. Yeah, Nice Lift. You saw that one too? I'm talking about that one. What's up, Tony? Talking about that one. Talking about what happened in Boston. Talking about they literally, ICE literally raided an immigration lawyer's office. Like you hiding immigrants in your office at your law firm. No, you forget that immigrants come from Nigeria, come from Haiti, come from all those shithole countries Trump called during his first presidency that you all were all mad about, but all of a sudden you just not mad anymore. All of a sudden, yeah, you have separated black and brown people. Yeah, no. See, if you come into my page, you need to know who Fred Hampton is before you get here because he linked black and brown people, poor white people, and linked them together in a way that caused him to be murdered at 21 years old by the Chicago Police Department with the blessings of J. Edgar Hoover in the FBI. You notice that it was so funny that I thought that I watched. Thank you, thank you. All gifts go towards helping me get to Selma on the 20 on next month, meaning March, and feeding those who have been homeless. You know what we do here. Um, you understand that while I was watching people all up in awe about Donald Trump releasing the last of the classified documents and the death of John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr., like we don't have over 1 million documents already been released in each of those cases from the federal government. But you know, got to have your conspiracy theory. But where the released the FBI documents on Fred Hampton's death? That's the that's the executive order I like to see. Release those. Release J. Edgar Hoover's files on black revolutionaries and black civil rights leaders from the 60s. Release those files. Release the file on Dr. King talking about how J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI faked tapes and letters and sent to Coretta. Yeah, but see, unlike some of you all, Coretta was a real one. She didn't take any days off when it came to her husband or when it came to our movement. She didn't take days off. She didn't allow people to come in and say, "Hey, you're her." She said, "What? What did she say when she heard that tape playing?" She said, Martin was like, Coretta, that's not me. She said, you don't have to tell me. I know what you sound like in sex. That's what she told him. That was a full statement she told him. No, I'm sorry. She said, I know what you sound like in bed. Case dismissed on her part. But some of you all out here, somebody tell you they saw your man or your woman on the other side of town on a day they were literally sitting up under you, and you'd be like, really? Because you're on here believing it. Coretta, these are real ones. Um, team has completed the first stage of the team quest and unlocked team. I don't even know what that means, but thank you all. Whatever it means, thank you. But all that goes, like I say, if you consider, yes, Samuel, that's a real one. And you all out here talking about who paying for lunch. Listen, Coretta paid for the first meal her and Dr. King went when she was before she was Coretta Scott King, she was Coretta Scott, and she paid for the first meal her and her husband went on a date with because he wasn't making that kind of money at the time. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of hearing you all talk about y'all tired. You do our ancestors dishonor. I'm sure some of those ancestors that worked in the field 16 hours a day picking cotton and still had to come home and raise their children, make sure you all ate, mended everything, slept for a couple of hours and got back on it. I'm sure they were tired too. I'm sure they were tired also. Yeah. You cast a vote. You cast a vote. I ain't seen more. Listen. Don't talk to me about protests. Don't talk to me about marching. Cause all the y'all out here listening to people talk about they're tired. You're listening to people talk about they're tired who have done what? What they do? What they do to be so tired? Oh, I'm taking a break. I'm sitting this one out. What were you doing before? What were you doing before? Oh, thank you, because I didn't know what it meant. Really know what really happened. Fred Hampton, we know they won't because they won't admit it. Right, Nightshade. But see, they all this other stuff. They are. Oh yeah, we got it. We finally got it. Listen, I saw somebody playing a tape of the Kennedy assassination. Right, talking about look what Donald Trump has bought us. I was like, bought you what? That tape is from 1969. We've been known about that tape since 1969. It's on every special they show about the death of of Robert John F. Kennedy. What do you mean this is something new because Donald Trump signed an executive order? There are only about 3,000 more documents you haven't seen, and what do you think you're going to learn new? And at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. What? But see, that's where we are. They are spending time on TikTok. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And Petra, listen, I'm not just a talker. You don't have to believe me. You don't have. I don't think there's a this one. We're in games. There's no way violence isn't next on the menu. Listen, listen. We have to. You'll understand, right? This is what we do. I've been marching across bridges ever since I could walk with my parents, my grandparents, myself. I've been dressing in black and wearing shiesties at protests. I've been dressing in black, all black, with a shiesty ready. I'm here to. I'm not here. You won't catch me at protests carrying signs. I don't carry signs. Nope, I sure don't. I don't carry signs. Anybody know? Been there? No. TNathan does not carry signs. TNathan is here to fight. I'll be looking at counter protesters like, please cross that line. Please just get close enough to the line for me to justify it. I'm blind. I'm coming in. If you feel tired, cup of coffee or energy, drink it, keep going. Got to keep your hands free. Exactly. Every protest video you see me in, anytime you see me, you'll see me with my backpack on and my gloves on, and I ain't got no sign. I'm barely yelling. They be doing them chants. I'll be like, I'm not. I didn't come to chant. I didn't come to. Nope. Yep. I came to do news interviews and fight. That's what we up here for. So, speaking of segue into Mississippi, this is the segue I wanted to show you, and I want to get to the second video I want to show you, and the second topic I want to talk about is Mississippi House Bill 1484. All right, somebody make sure when I start, y'all tell me if y'all can hear it.
House Bill 1484. And in the words of Nia Simone, Mississippi, goddamn. Listen up. Not only does this bill allow for the creation of the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunting Program that will allow those who take the program to hunt down and detain those they suspect of being undocumented immigrants. And if an undocumented immigrant is arrested and imprisoned under this section, the person who snitched will be eligible for $1,000 reward.
Does it sound
But
familiar?
this is Mississippi. Goddamn. Why would they just stop there when they could also try to enslave somebody? The offense of trespassing by an illegal alien under this section is a felony, for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by the act of the governor or the natural death of the person. Let this sink in. Not only does House Bill 1484 coming out of Mississippi propose the creation of a
Listen to this
slave
part.
class by imprisoning undocumented immigrants for a term of life, it also provides a slave catching patrol with a network of snitches being paid $1,000 apiece. How could this possibly go wrong in a state with a
Like
history
Mississippi.
like Mississippi? Once again, in the words of Nia Simone, Mississippi,
Mississippi.
goddamn.
Goddamn.
So if you
So that's the contention. Now we're in Mississippi. Mississippi, the state that should have nothing to do with any kind of enslavement. Now we have them introducing. They actually introduced three bills, two Senate bills, two House bills and a Senate bill, and both all around immigrations, right? And this is what stupid stupid, doing the work of blacks, or white supremacy, brown black folks out here saying, well, it doesn't affect me. Did you hear? They introduced a bill making they introduced a bill that makes undocumented immigrants that are arrested for nothing more than being undocumented immigrants subject to life imprisonment without parole. No probation, no early release. Now, maybe you don't know, but taken from somebody who knows, they tried it with, that spent a lot of time in solitary confinement because I'm not working for free. I don't work for free. My sentence said I was being incarcerated for a certain amount of time. I did my incarceration, half of it in solitary confinement, because anytime they came to me with, well, if you join this work release program, take your work release program and shove it up your ass sideways because you're not paying me. And if they did pay you, they're paying you $1.25 a day and thinking something like, well, you're going to get some time off your sentence. When I was sentenced, the judge said this much time. That's the amount of time I came to do. I didn't know anything about getting it off my sentence. So I'm not coming here to work for you. But now you have undocumented immigrants whose only crime is being undocumented in a country that also signed the Geneva Accords and the International Freedom Act, and that covers refugees. But now we want to violate it, and now you want to literally make it a life imprisonment so you can actually have lifetime labor. Not only that, but you also add a slave catching element of it because you are creating an agency that takes normal people and makes them bounty hunters or snitches, able to hunt down and detain undocumented immigrants to the tune of $1,000 a piece. Let me tell you what we need to do. Now, you're always talking about, well, what's the solution? Let me tell you what the solution. Everybody needs to be on the phone calling ICE on some white person that you know is not an immigrant and wasting ICE time to do an investigation. Yeah, all these people, I would string ICE out all over the country. I would have them everywhere. I would be sending ICE to remote spots yes, that's what I do. Because if enough of them get harassed, they're going to want to change in the law, or we're going to make them change their reporting system. And we're going to keep doing that. See, y'all heard somebody say that? Because people want to talk about what the problem is. I'm trying to tell you the solution, or how to at least complicate the works. So you all want these legislature solutions that are not coming. But everybody got a telephone. Everybody can take these same things and use them to our advantage. I got a couple of white people I can report. Yeah, I'm just start reporting anybody. I'm report anybody. Report anybody except undocumented immigrants. Start reporting anybody except undocumented immigrants. Report the racist down the street that lives from you. Report everybody you saw with a MAGA sign in the yard. Report everybody with a MAGA sign. Any racist. Any you see racists on TV, cops. Report everybody to ICE. All Europeans are illegal. Yep, all of them. And that's how you flood the system. I want them to spend 4 years sifting through these kind of phone calls, these kind of reports. Yeah, they still have payphones in places. What they gonna say? Y'all, you could say, even if you decide to call and report it from your phone, say, "Oh, I was wrong. I didn't know. I just thought. I heard him speaking. I heard him speaking Russian one day. I heard him speaking Ukrainian one day. I was wrong." Because there's no provisions for you being wrong. And if they start to harass you for being wrong, you say, well, how are we supposed to report and know? How am I supposed to know if someone's undocumented? I just was going by looks, or I was just going by they had a strange conversation I didn't understand. Get you a Google number, get you a Skype number. Look, whatever. It's easy. Open up, go to the library and do like I do sometimes. Open up, and I tell you all this because I don't care. Go to the library, open up your email account, and just start emailing ICE, all kinds of addresses. Just mass shoot them. I'm reporting every one of my coworkers, every one of them. They had some suspicious activity at their house recently. I thought they were hiding people. Exactly. There were a lot of cars parked out front. I report parties. I'm reporting every one of. I'm reporting every football player I know. Everybody, they just might as well get ready for it. Yep, that's what you do. That's how you make. That's how you choke a system. Track phone. Get you a track phone. They're not picking up migrants. Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you leave something out of that, baby? Is that sarcasm, or were you? Are you trying to make a point? Yeah, baby. I think before we assume you're in the wrong place, did you leave some words out of that? I understand that sometimes it's hard to type real quick because I got big fingers, so I run into all kinds of things. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, neutral. All the sane people know this, but I'm just wondering if baby on is it you take your medications? Have you taken your medication today? Yeah. And Jay looking for somebody to cuss out in the mood he in today. Yeah. Baby can get reported. Does baby have any content? Baby got any content over there? Baby can get reported. Yeah. Hope your papers in order, baby. And I want people to be in the bathtub or the shower when they come in. Uh, W for the Mexican president also refusing the flight. Right, right, Petra. Like y'all just gonna send people to Mexico. I don't know who these people are. Yeah, where you landing this C-130 at? And we didn't order a C-130. We didn't order C-130. When we ordered some, you didn't want to sell us any. Now you want to just land a C-130 with you. I don't know. I need to see the documentation of the people flying the plane. Yeah, I need to know. How do I know this plane is? Yeah, no. You could be shipping Ebola over here for all I know. Nope, we're not accepting it. Quarantine. You're not landing at our airport. So if she can do that, the least we can do is send ICE. I want to see ICE all over the country. They want to be all over the country. I want to send them all over the country. We're in deep doo doo now. We're in deep doo doo now, but the resistance is strong. The resistance is strong. I guarantee you, we can tie them up for years with false phone calls. We're gonna every time they look up, they're gonna have to change their system because you can't open up a system and then close it down. One, you got to change it. Isn't this what you said? And side note, is it just me, or has grocery prices changed for anybody? Anybody? I got a grocery bill for $150 for those and everything seemed the same price to me. Yeah, nothing was lower. I'm finally seeing white people get angry. And also, right, Mad King. And also, is the war still going on in the Ukraine and Russia? Oh, I thought that was supposed to be over, the first day that they were elected. Is that war still going on? Asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. It is still going on. So gas prices and all these prices were on the same trajectory when Joe Biden left office, and they haven't ended in this week. Today is Friday, right? I gave you the Friday. You were inaugurated on Monday. I gave you the Friday. Anybody? Anybody? Okay. But you know what you did do? you did free 1,590 violent criminals from prison. Yeah, I call all of them violent. 6 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna make sure on time tonight because we got it. I got bootleg movie lined up, and I really owe you all some bootleg movies because I've been going on a rant for the last couple of days, and we haven't been in bootleg movie. So bootleg movie tonight, family. We're gonna get together. We're gonna chill. Y'all not gonna have to listen to me rant about everything. We're gonna have a Zion moment. If you watch The Matrix, because I do like to also remember that even though we are fighting a revolution, we have to not lose sight of the fact that we are fighting to be happy in our own right. And if our ancestors found a way to find joy in the middle of sometimes it can take a couple of minutes and dance also. So plus, and my running commentary doing movies, I know y'all live for it. And you all don't realize you all save a lot of people by hanging out and watching movies with me at the house. Because if I didn't watch movies with you all on bootleg movie theater, I would be at the theater possibly getting into fights because I would be talking in the movie. So y'all are doing your part to keep movies safe, and I appreciate it. Movie night, yes, movie night tonight. What's up, Jay? Movie night tonight. We're going to be watching two movies. One of them is we're going to watch Star Trek first, Star Trek Section 31, and the other one, some of y'all might have seen it, might haven't seen it in a while. It's called Equilibrium, and I think in the present system, Equilibrium. There are movies that we saw when we were younger, and you was like, oh, those are fantasies, or those will never happen, and then we are today, and then you say, damn, that's not even outrageous anymore. I remember watching House of Cards, right? Yes, you all know me, I'm a big political, if I'm gonna watch something, it's gonna be like Scandal, House of Cards, The West Wing. I remember watching these and I was like, oh, that's so nice. That's entertaining, right? Because it would never happen, right? We would never put a president in office that was a criminal, right? We wouldn't do that. Yeah, House of Cards. These things seem tamed now. West Wing, tamed. Scandal, tamed compared to what we are actually enduring. But Equilibrium is an interesting movie, and I'd like for y'all to join me tonight on Twitch after this. We got 5 minutes until I open it up. Yeah. So Teeth really not gonna make it on the list. Anybody want to tell it? Just a girl, you still in here? Just a girl, you still in here? I was watching Boki on Netflix today. One episode left. Oh, really? Good. He just gonna ignore my comment? Yeah, comment ignored. Yep, comment ignored. And like I say, Pete Hespick, we should watch Equilibrium first. Nope. We're watching I can't hold out. We're watching Star Trek first because I've been holding out on watching it because I wanted to watch it with you all, right? I want to watch it with you all. Don't mess it up because um we have to. We have to. If I don't watch it, I'm gonna be watching it doing Equilibrium. Yeah.
HDM my 3-arc computer
The
1082
Newsroom is
60
another good
hertz
watch. Yes,
PCM
it is.
10:57
Hold
p.m.
on.
Muting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I turned one. Can't find the Twitch. It's in my beacon link. You can't find it in my beacon link. In my profile, it's the beacon link. But what's my Twitch name, y'all? I ask that every time. I think it's either the underscore Savage Lokius or Savage Lokius Savage underscore Lokius. Yeah, yeah, y'all. I'm on Twitch right now. Just search TNathan. Yeah, Robert, you're late, but go on over. Get ready to get over to Twitch, Robert. So we're gonna get ready to go to Twitch. You got 2 minutes. Yeah, just type in TNathan. Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Anybody want me to answer any questions in 2 minutes? Yeah, 2 minutes. Anything about the rants I've been on tonight? Conversation with TNathan, rant edition. Not too much on your nephew. Robert late. Go get your popcorn. Get everything ready. I'm serious. I'm going to sign out of, and I'm going to sign out and open up Twitch in approximately 2 minutes. Everybody get your snacks. Get everything together. GCPR. We're getting ready to get out of here for the weekend. We will be on Twitch if you want to join us. Everybody, late is on time. Don't encourage them. Tim, y'all over there, y'all on Twitch. All right, got some people on Twitch already. And if this goes out, refresh Twitch to get the next stream. Okay, 2 minute white people time. Yeah, we on. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. First things first. GCPR. We out of here. And just because y'all think I can never be on time and I got to go long winded on my exits, I'm gonna show you I don't have to go long winded